It's not about superheroes coming out of the sky to save the moment. It's like human ingenuity, human persuasion, human honesty, human dishonesty that drives the story forward. And I think it makes it resonant in a way that superheroes coming out of the sky, can't.
Look, I love Secret Invasion. I love that it's grounded and it's the espionage side of the MCU, and it's phenomenal. I feel like nobody is safe in any scene. The tension just builds and builds. It's an excellent show. So congratulations.
Thank you.
In adapting the Skrull story from the comics to the screen, how did you decide what to pull and what to avoid from the comics?
Well, when I took on this job as director, I didn't write the script. So a lot of those decisions were made by Kyle Bradstreet and the other team of writers that we had. The first thing I was told is don't read the comics.
Really?
It had nothing to do with what we're trying to do here. I think this story was really born out of the electricity created between Sam Jackson and Ben Mendelsohn, or Nick Fury and Talos in Captain Marvel. And they said, we got to do something with that. And so they found a story that would serve that relationship and would expand the MCU into other characters who are not in the comic books. And I think it's a story unto itself.
Now, what's the most exciting part about peeling back the layers of Nick Fury for you?
I think the exciting thing about peeling back the layers of anybody is peeling back the layers of anybody and getting to know the truest version of them that you can. I think ultimately audiences connect to thrills and chills and reveals, but they really connect to truth and emotion. And I think that's the only way to find it, is to just keep peeling back until you get to the truth of Nick Fury. Something we've never known in the MCU.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the character for since the inception of the MCU, but this is our first time, I feel like, really diving in and starting to understand the character. I know we saw a little bit of that in Captain Marvel, but I love just seeing those layers of the character that we've never seen before. Right. In a story featuring characters that can appear to be anybody, do Marvel or Kevin Feige kind of outline who can and can't appear as Skrulls?
I guess that's a question for Kevin Feige, but it was, all ideas were on the table. All ideas were good. Some ideas were less good, and some ideas were killed because Kevin has a plan going down the road, and I'm not sure what that plan is. So, we had free reign until it didn't make sense for story.
Now, this is really a human story set in a world of superheroes and aliens, but can you talk about focusing on the human element of this story with Nick Fury, but not just Nick Fury, but also the human element in the Skrulls?
Yeah, what interested me is that in working on the show is that it is more grounded than most Marvel. Specifically, nobody can fly. It's not about superheroes coming out of the sky to save the moment. It's like human ingenuity, human persuasion, human honesty, human dishonesty that drives the story forward. And I think it makes it resonant in a way that superheroes coming out of the sky, can't.
We've had Sam Jackson and Don Cheadle in the MCU since Phase 1 and way back when. Can you talk to me about collaborating with them on those characters and expanding those characters and seeing the new aspects of those characters that we haven't seen before?
Yeah, I think specifically doing scenes with Sam and Don, who have wanted to work together for decades and haven't had the opportunity. A lot of my job is to just stand back in awe and watch. I think there were some secrets about Rhodey's character that needed to be delicately woven through the story, and some consistencies from the history going into the future. And Don and I talked endlessly about it on the phone, and very collaborative. And the same with Sam. I think Sam has never gone into this Nick Fury, and he had ideas about it, but he's very collaborative in terms of how he finds it.
Can you talk to me about what the most surprising part about working on Secret Invasion has been for you? Maybe
is that I'm still here 28 months later since I started working on it, and I'm still standing. Well, I'm sitting right now, but it's incredible how hard we work the story at Marvel, how much you just keep going at it and thinking about it and re-editing it until you get the story that's going to spark the audience. I've never worked in a laboratory like that where you just keep at it. So I was surprised, but also very happy to be a part of the process.
Are there any other comic book storylines or any other characters that you kind of want to adapt to bring either a new tone or a new genre to the MCU at all?
No.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, I think as what I brought to this world is the espionage, spy.
Sure.
That's what I bring into it. And I'm not. I don't think I come as strongly from the other side.
Let me ask you, where would you like to see any of these characters kind of go next? Or have you just kind of not thought about that because Secret Invasion was the project? And
I think the story is a self-contained 6-episode unit, and I worked very hard with Jonathan Schwartz and Alana Williams and Kevin Feige and Lou D'Esposito to make sure that this story could stand alone and thrill an audience in and of itself, because my wife is not. She's going to watch this story and love it. And there are some hanging threads at the end that could become something really exciting. And I'm glad that we were able to weave that in, but I can't tell you what they are.
Sure. I love the pacing of this show. I love the espionage feel, and I love that it's grounded. Can you talk to me? Did you draw any inspiration from anything else when creating the show?
I was really excited about the aging Nick Fury, who needed to go internal to reveal and get his mojo back and all of that stuff. I was really interested in the themes of trust and the themes of suspicion and identity. And that took me into film noir. And, so the creative team and I talked a lot about The Third Man and Coppola's The Conversation, which is a great piece about suspicion, paranoia. And Nick evolves in this series into a very clear, classic American Western lone wolf gunslinger. And we talked a lot about The Searchers, John Ford's The Searchers, and Clint Eastwood's Unforgiven, and applied a lot of that. So it's a jambalaya.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I can't wait to watch all 6 of these episodes. But thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.